today. So first, this applies across the board. Are you crazy? How many of you were told you're crazy for starting your business? Well, that's good. I have a motto, which is, if you're not told you're crazy, you're not thinking big enough. Crazy is a compliment. And in fact, this was backed up by the New York Times, which said there's literally a term for entrepreneurs who are crazy. It's actually a disease that we all share in common. It's called hypomania. And so to which my response was, well, there's only one cure, which is venture capital. But I think that what this means is that we're people who set out to change the world, to follow your instincts. And if you're thinking big, people are going to think it's crazy because it's changing the status quo. And I noticed this myself because when we said we were starting Endeavor to support high-impact entrepreneurs and emerging markets, no one thought this was a good idea. The foundation said, you're not helping the poorest of the poor. And I have ding letter after ding letter saying they would never support an organization that was only helping to build the middle class. The VCs thought this was crazy. There are no entrepreneurs in emerging markets, and you can't trust them anyways. What are you doing? And my parents mentioned a while back, I caught them at a cocktail party lamenting to a friend that they had sent their daughter to Harvard and Yale only to have her take early retirement. So what did I do? This photo on the left was from 3 weeks ago. I was speaking at the Economy VC 365 panel at MIT. And to the left, that's Bill Salmon, who's the entrepreneurship guru at Harvard Business School. Peter Brook, who is considered the international founding father of private equity. And Tim Draper, one of the most well-known international venture capitalists. And Bill introduces me as the stalker. Now, what the reason is, and hence the photo on the right, when I was starting out, I said, okay, I need some credibility. Peter and I, everyone thinks we're crazy. We don't even have the same the right first last name, never mind second last name in these countries. They're going to think we're a cult, which they did. We need some gravitas. So I heard Peter Brook speak at a Harvard Business School conference on Latin American private equity, and I knew everyone was going to run after him after on stage. So I kind of waited for him in the men's bathroom, and I pounced. He was kind of taken aback. And I explained what I was trying to do, and I told him that he should really meet with me because, after all, this was supporting entrepreneurs and venture capital in emerging markets. And he said, well, who's supporting you? I thought I said, oh, well, Bill Salmon, at HBS. He said, Bill supporting you? Wow, well, yeah, maybe you should come see me. So then I went up to Bill's office, and I said, Bill, I know you thought this idea we had was really crazy and was never going to amount to anything, but Peter Brook's getting involved. And lo and behold, they co-formed our global advisory board, did the same with Tim Draper, who ended up joining our board. And so when Bill introduced me 2 weeks ago as the stalker, my response was yes, but stalking is an underrated startup strategy. And you'll be surprised, actually, people are very shy. I was actually asked by my friend Tory Burch to be a mentor at a mentoring event a few weeks ago. And a woman at my table said, God, I would love nothing more than to meet Tory Burch, but I don't want to peer forward. And I said, she's hosting an event. She invited you. Go up to her. Stalking is an underrated startup strategy.